This early access look is provided through a partnership with the EA Creator Network, formerly known as the EA Game Changers program. I'm Jason Sterling, and this is The Sims Horse Ranch. Hi, I'm Jason Sterling, and this is the World Tour Chestnut Ridge from the Horse Ranch pack. We're going to start here in Ryder's Glen, and we're going to use this sim that I've created, Corbin, Luna, and his horse, Win Luna. We're going to take them around through the different builds here in town. Ryder's Glen is watched over by the trusty steed Rock. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. In fact, this is it here on the world map. You may notice it looks a little bit like a horse, doesn't it? It looks even more like a horse once we get down there. That's Old Biscuit to the locals. Ryder's Glen has been home to generations of ranchers and nectar makers with open space for ranch animals, ideal conditions for nectar making, and kind neighbors to boot. Ryder's Glen is a welcome community for all walks of life. Yes, it is. Now, I'm going to say right up off the bat, and it might kind of filter into my conversation a couple of times as we go through here. This is Horse Ranch. Okay. Now, do any of these lots look big enough to be called a horse ranch? This one, maybe. Yeah, this one, maybe. It's a 64 by 64. This one possibly is a 50 by 50 up here in this other neighborhood. We're going to do this neighborhood first, then this one, then this one. There are 13 lots in this world, so a little bit more than the average of 12. That's nice. But, you know, instead of 5 lots here, I would have rather seen 3 64 by 64 lots to do 3 more like full-size ranches. Because, I mean, I'm going to have to be honest. I'm a little perplexed they didn't just call it Horse Farm or Horse and Wine. I don't know. Not Horse and Wine. Horse and Nectar. Maybe something like that that doesn't imply the sort of grand sweeping vistas and space of a ranch. Now, that said, we're going to drop in here with Corbin, of course, and I will add, okay, as we get in here and we start looking at these particular lots, that they have made an effort with the world itself, I think, to make each of these ranch lots maybe a little bit grander in scope by incorporating the world around it, you know, incorporating various aspects of a ranch that your Sims can then use right around their house, but it's not user buildable. It's not user changeable. So we'll see that as we come up. Right now, this is kind of a good example. This is a 64 by 64 lot. This is completely open and empty. You can do anything you want. They have put in a few trails here. Looks like there are some harvestables, maybe, maybe not. Let's go in a little bit closer. I zoomed out so you can see kind of the size of the lot, right? Because it is big. 64 by 64 is big, and you probably could build a pretty good sized ranch here. When I'm talking about how they have incorporated the world, you can see here the fence. Okay, the fence outlines a huge area, right, of the world. It outlines a huge area of the world. And there's even kind of an opening here for our ranch. I'd probably move this a little bit closer to the opening. No, except I think that's right on that. Actually, that's right on the 64 by 64 lot. That's why that can't be closer to the opening. Maybe with tool mod it could be. But you can kind of see. So what they've done is, let me go into tab mode here and we'll pull out even more. What they've done here is this entire area obviously is meant to be a ranch, right? And then this square spot in the middle, this 64 by 64 square spot is your buildable area. But they've included places, you know, to train your horse. We've got kind of a mock-up of sort of a, I guess, a hay pavilion over here, a little hay barn over here. So some of the basic ideas are in place and it's fenced in. So, okay, I'll let each player and each person determine whether or not that counts as a ranch and whether or not, you know, we want to see that idea as a ranch instead of something that we can fully build ourselves. Okay. On my own end, personally, it's okay. It's okay. I want bigger lots to build things on. And I'm going to put a couple of pictures here right now as I'm speaking. This is just the start of this tour. I kind of want to get some of this stuff out of the way so then we can just move into the houses and focus on them. These are pictures of a couple of ranches that I'm familiar with. Now, this does not show all the land that goes with each of these ranches, but you can see where the houses are and where the buildings are and how many buildings there are, how many outbuildings and barns and mechanical barns and all the different things you have that go into ranching and farming. I'm going to put the smaller one like over here. Okay, the smaller one actually is more of a farm than a ranch. The larger one over here is a ranch, right? And there's even more buildings that go along with that on different parts of that particular ranch. Now, okay, with that out of the way, we're going to have Corbin move. He's a millionaire, as you can see, right? I don't want to travel. We want to move. He's a millionaire, as we can see here. And he is in the market for a new home in Chestnut Ridge. He's probably been in the city being like some sort of financial analysis or something, or an investment banker, and he wants to get away from that. He wants the good life in the country. Now, the first place we're going to look at is Cantor Cottage. It is a 30 by 30 lot. I will include a map at the very end of just a static map that shows all the lots and all the lot sizes. But if you're keeping track as we go through, this is a 30 by 30 lot. It costs $22,000. That's not bad. That's almost a starter home. It is a starter home for a family, and it has 2 bedrooms and 1 bath. So it would work easily for 2 adults and even 2 kids. I want to say, I don't know. I've looked at a couple of these. This might be one I looked at. And the kid's bedroom, I think, might be set up for just 1 kid. But you can always redesign that a little bit, right? Let's take a look at it. And here we are, Cantor Cottage, right? Now, it's a 30 by 30 lot, as I said. We're going to go up here and take a look at it from above first. You know, it's a cute enough little spread, right? I will say this, unlike some of what we're going to be dealing with, this doesn't look really too tight to me. I think it's okay to have the horse stalls and the horse training area this close to the house. They've done a great job with terrain paint. I really like the way this is designed. This does look like a very small family cottage out in the country, maybe on 10 acres, right? Maybe on 10 acres, maybe even 5 acres. But they wanted a couple of horses. They want to live outside the city. So it looks really good to me. I do really like the outside so far. And again, as we talked about, look, here's more of their ranch, right? They've got a larger area here for training. So you can do a little bit of training here, or you can bring your horse over and train over here as well. And using the tool mod, if you want to give the tool mod a try, using the tool mod, it should be pretty easy to put stuff here and move it over here. So if you wanted to move this part, these barrels, over here, it should be pretty easy to do that, right? It should be. We can see here, too, we've got kind of this fence. It also kind of delineates that maybe this whole area here is kind of the ranch, right? Kind of the ranch. We're going to go down here, take a look at the house itself. It is it's just a 1-story. It's just a 1-story home. It's very compact. It's a great look for a starter. I have to admit, now I'll probably bulldoze everything in time and rebuild it my own way. But I like this place. I don't really find that much fault with it. I mean, I love this. It's got a cute little bedroom here. We've got the new rack for hanging clothes. Now, there are no clothes hanging from this. They probably were running out of money. I get that. I've been there. But you can grab a hanger, one of the new hangers with the horse pack, hang it from that, and it works like a real closet, right? So you can kind of choose clothes from it like a dresser. And then on this side, we've got this view here. Very cute new rug. It's got a little bed, a little, picture of horse on the walls. Probably loves horses. I don't blame her. And again, this is set up for 1 kid if you wanted to, and this is real in the country. You could put another twin bed over here, move this table by the window. You got enough room for 2 kids. Maybe put their closet out here in the hallway, right? Or even just make the room a little bit bigger. Hallway is 2 grids wide, right? 2 squares wide. You could make it 1 square wide and have a little bit larger bedroom there. Let's see here. We're going to go down here into tab mode and come into our living room, just like we're entering this house for the first time, right? It's just any family would enter this, and it is cute. I'm going to say that again. I do think this is really cute. The build buy stuff that comes with this pack is super cute, right? It's got a real Western theme. I wasn't real big on it when I saw the trailers. And I don't think the trailers have done this pack really justice. I'll say that neither one of the trailers that have come out by this point, as I'm recording this, did I really like all that much. And I'm never a big fan of the trailers. I feel like they can't get the point across all that well, oftentimes. And in the case of the 2 trailers we've seen so far for The Sims, it says images not necessarily in game. I hate that. I'm not buying something that's not in the game. But let's get into this house, because we might buy this house. My cowboy here, my wannabe cowboy, my urban cowboy, Corbin, is looking for a house and go in here just like this. Now, it's small. It is small. It's very efficient. We're going to call it efficient. It's very compact. We've got a radio. We've got a fireplace. I think they fit a lot in here for the price, for $22,000, because we've also got 2 horse stalls and a training area. That's not a bad price for a starter home. So I do think that from that standpoint, they've done a lot of good with it. Oh, and the horse, since the horse counts as a member of a family, if you put 2 horses in there with 3 adults, you're going to get the amount of money, the starter amount of money that you get for 5 adults. Just so you know that. Because I was really surprised. I put a horse in my family, got extra money for the horse. And so that works out great, when you're outfitting place. It has a good kitchen, well outfitted, certainly inexpensive, stove and refrigerator, but it does work. It works very well. I love the new cabinetry. I don't need to tell you that. It looks super cool. The parents' bedroom here is a little tight, of course, but that's okay. I do bedrooms like this all the time in starters too. That is not a slight. That is, this is a starter size bedroom. It's a 4x4, works perfectly. They've even managed to put in a dresser here, or a closet, a wardrobe, right? A wardrobe. We've got a table and even some flowers. I'm going to say that they've outfitted this place well. There's a nice little bit of personalization. It's not really cluttered, but there's a nice bit of personalization. So I do really dig this house just fine. We're going to back out here, probably head over to our other house, that is empty. Just a nice look here. I really do like this, and look at it up against the countryside. I mean, that's picture perfect, right? That's like a postcard. That looks like come and visit Chestnut Ridge, because you're going to love it here, right? Now, this next place is Grapevine Terrace, right? And it is a 30 by 40 lot, I believe. I have to admit, I missed it as I was coming in on the world screen. We're going to take a quick look here and see. It is 30 by 20. It's a 30 by 20 lot. So pretty small, a little small, you guys. But it's it's a pretty cute build. It's kind of going for that modern farmhouse style. Look how happy that horse is. He loves it here. Modern farmhouse style. So obviously we're going to assume maybe this is recently built. The last build looked like it had been there for a while, maybe added on to a few times. This one looks brand new. This is the sort of place that someone like him moves from the city and builds in the country, right? They're like, yeah, I just sold my house in Los Angeles. It was a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I got $3 million. So I came out here to Idaho where land costs $1 an acre, and I'm going to build my mansion, build this big old mansion. Now, from the outside, it looks really cute. I do like it. I like the modern farmhouse style. I do. I think it's a nice style. They're building an addition right down the street that has a lot of that look, right? We've got a garden area here. We've got some grilling space, a little place hanging around the fire. I mean, what can I say? This doesn't look like a ranch. This looks like a suburban house to me, because we do have a lot of this in my area now with the prevailing trends in architecture for suburban building. But it's cute. I think it's well done from the outside for sure. It looks very, very cute. With all of that growing there, I'm going to guess, and it was called like Grapevine Terrace. So I'm going to guess that probably it is meant to be a nectar farm. And again, I'm going to guess I see all of this here and all of this around here is meant to be part of the farm, even though the lot itself is only 30 by 20. So this is going to be a move up type of place. This is not a starter home, not by any stretch of the imagination. Well, no. By a stretch of the imagination, it is, because I can imagine using cheats and do so all the time. So definitely it could be with a stretch of the imagination. The upstairs here has 2 bedrooms set up for parents and 1 child. We have a nice loft area for watching TV, maybe hanging out as a family, a kind of family room. There is the large sort of Max's bathroom, right, with a lot of space for Sims to move around. Of course, in reality, probably be about, you'd lop off that part and just have a little hall bath here. But maybe not. This is a newer house. But with it being a newer house, I will say this. One thing that does feel a little perplexing is I would expect this to be an ensuite, at least partially from this bedroom. If this is the parents' bedroom, there might be more bedrooms downstairs, so maybe that's why it's not the case. One thing I would love to is if there was access to these balconies would be really cool. That's something you can easily do though, so it's not that big a deal. Now, coming down here, we're going to enter this house again, just like we've just got here. This is our dream home, our $1 million dream home. It's pretty. It has a great front, right? It has a really great front facade here, I think. I like the way it looks. Again, like I said, very modern, very now, very much what we're doing suburban-wise in my area anyway, here in the Midwest. This could already be out of style on either coast for all I know. We're usually a little bit behind the times. Not as much as we used to be because of the internet and the sort of spread of information, but we're still usually a little bit behind the times. Over here, when we come in, we have a great living area with a fireplace. Very nice. I think this must be the TV, right? So nice area here with the fireplace. Looks really pretty. $77,000, so they're able to put in a little more decor stuff, right? Oh, it's a stereo. Okay, so it's a stereo. So far this is I guess there's a TV upstairs. Now I'll be honest, I never build with a lot of TVs. I have a television, but mostly I watch TV on my computer, right? Like I watch YouTube or, Apple Plus or something. So there's kind of our look. We've got I like the step down. So it's a nice kind of a little bit of a sunken living room. I do like that. I think it's very cool. We're going to go up here and take a look at what we've got in this part of the house. Pretty large place, large house. I love this. Okay. This looks really good. They've used these new spandrels here to create sort of an archway. It looks good. That looks really, really good. It's a nice use of it. Spandrels and columns. Now, of course, the bad thing is we'll show you. Once you go out of tab mode, you end up with that, right? Where the columns disappear. Maxis, it's been like a long, long time, like almost 9 years. For goodness sakes, please stop making the columns disappear, right? Right. I think we all feel that way. I do think we all feel that way. I could be wrong. When I say all, I really mean me. I really mean me feels that way. Okay, so here we go. This is kind of a little stair landing. It does look very cool. Let's pull back here a little bit. Just a nice place. We've got a bench here. It looks very authentic. We've got a nice bench, nice set of stairs, little table over there by the window with an object day art on it, which is how you're going to say it in the country. See, I'm using my country accent, an object day art there. It's pretty, though. It's a new piece in the pack. The kitchen looks super cool. We're going to go up just a little bit here, get more of a view, right? Kitchen looks very good. Again, since it's $77,000, we've got a little more clutter up here on our shelves. Looks very nice. We've got some better appliances, and I love the new cabinets. I think everyone's going to love the new cabinets. I think they're going to be a super big hit. Got a place to eat here at the bar. This is really pretty. Okay, I'm going to say that again here. This is a really pretty build. Am I going to keep it? Well, probably not, because I'm a builder and I like to replace things with kind of the way I like it. But this is something I don't have a problem with keeping it necessarily. It looks good. Again, they've done this great archway with the spandrels. Looks super cool. We've got a nice looking dining room down here. We can go down here and take a look at it. Got some wine on the table. This is a nectar farm, right? Grapevine Terrace, I think it is. I haven't seen any nectar farming stuff yet, though, like a nectar stomper. The fruit stomper. This looks good. Who wouldn't love this dining room for $8? So you can have your whole family over. It's definitely a family dining room. It's got these gorgeous views out the window. So, no room for fault there. Now, we do have a door over here. My guess is going to be this goes to a bathroom, right? Like a hall bath or a guest bath, but I could be wrong. And no, it actually goes to a little bedroom here. So it goes to like a little bedroom, maybe a little guest bedroom. Let's go into tab mode, out of tab mode. We'll jump up here and take a look from above. So we've got kind of a nice little bedroom here, a nice little guest bedroom. Not super big, but I think it's serviceable and it works pretty well. Here's the bathroom. I did walk right past the bathroom. We've got a nice little bathroom here. Pretty realistic. Again, maybe a little more realistic of a bathroom, right? A sink, a toilet, a tub, great guest bath here. Looks so good. Does look really good. Nice and simple. Nothing wrong with that. So we're going to go out here. Okay, here we go. Here's our room with our nectar making stuff in it. It's kind of tucked into the side here. It's going to be sort of like, these doors do not close, by the way. They're always open, but it's going to be a little bit like kind of a porch maybe they've framed in or something like that, right? Yeah, I wish those doors would close. There are none of the double versions of these doors close. There are some single door versions that do open and close, and I might replace this with one of those. I love it when they open and close. It looks very cool. And I don't know if I'd want this open all the time, but then again, I might, because this does strike me as kind of a porch, right? So it's kind of a place where you're going to, you're just going to come out here and work, and there's no real reason to lock it up. This is a safe area. Chestnut Ridge has like the lowest crime rate in the nation, right? Has the lowest crime rate in the nation. You can leave all your shit out all the time. No one's going to steal your horse. No one's going to steal all your wine in here, right? They're not going to steal all your nectar. No siree. It looks good. I love this. I love the boxes stacked up. Obviously, they're shipping nationwide, maybe worldwide, globally. They have that sort of reputation. So it looks really, really cool here. This way looks very cool as well. Again, at $77,000, you can afford to put in a little bit of this clutter. These do work. On my gameplay video, I show where these work. These particular cabinets do work. You can put individual bottles of wine in it, and only as you add a bottle does it fill up, right? So like you put a bottle, there will be a bottle will appear here. And then over time, it'll fill all the way up to the top as you add more bottles. I was amazed. I know that's a simple thing. I know it's a simple thing, but it was really, really cool to see that. I give Maxis big kudos on that. I did not expect it. I thought it would just forever be an empty box, right? An empty box that's just supposed to look like something. Well, it works. It actually works. And so it was really cool. I did really like it. You can probably tell I was super excited. I'm still super excited. I mean, I love that. I was so glad that was kind of made functional in that way. It's maybe it was simple. Maybe it's hard. I don't know. But even if it was simple, they still did it. And I do really like it. We got a nice area to set out around the fire. Love that. We've got our meat grill. You don't have to just grill meat on it. But to me, for some reason, this grill, we're going to swing around here and take a look at it. That grill screams meat. Okay. It screams like you're going to take a great big slab of meat, like a slab of meat as big as my office, and throw it up on there, cook the shit out of it, and have a big old barbecue. And what can I say? I do eat meat. I do. I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian, but typically in game, when I grill stuff, I mostly grill fruit or like potatoes or something. And I don't actually own a barbecue grill in real life. I don't own a barbecue grill. I don't do a lot of grilling. I have owned kind of a hibachi before. I have owned a hibachi. It's like a little grill, but that broke a long time ago and I just never bought another one. But I do eat meat. I'm not a hypocrite or anything. But yeah, it just strikes me as that sort of grill, right? And it looks a little bit like something they made themselves, like maybe out in not here, but normally out in a garage or a barn. I have a friend, his dad's got a welder out there. He can make basically anything. Just give him a pile of pig iron and he'll come up with something. I'm always like naming his creations, like the behemoth, the behemoth was one of them. The dreadnought. That was another thing I came up on. I'm going to throw a quick story in here. So if you want to skip across it, go ahead. But one time I was out at this friend's ranch, and his dad was trying to build something that would create a fire break. So you could burn like a large swath of land instead of like trying to mow it down. And so you make a fire break so that the fire can't jump that break and it goes out, right? It's where you burn a certain strip of land so that the fire will stop when it hits that stretch because there's no more fuel left for it. You can only do those sort of things on a non-windy day. That's a warning. In Oklahoma, it's always windy. And yes, that county has burned down several times. But that's the sort of thing you do on a non-windy day. That's my disclaimer. disclaimer. If you're going to build something like this, you're not going to build something like this because it didn't work for him either. But so he has this massive, and I'm not kidding, like a flatbed, large, sort of rectangular bin. And part of the bin is filled with water. The end of the bin is filled with water. And the front part of the bin is filled with fire. Basically, it's all I can tell you. It's filled with fire. I guess there was like wood in there. And the idea was, it's a good concept on paper. You put fire in the front bin, and then you pull this contraption, this massive piece of like steel and fire and smoke. You pull it with a tractor, obviously, right? And it creates a fire break as wide as the bin, right? Which is pretty wide, because what happens is as you pull the fire across it, right? And it's burning on the bottom too, top and bottom, it burns out that chunk of land. And then as you pass over it with the water tank, it sprays water on it. So it puts it out, right? So it's actually a really good idea. Now at the end, I think it was too heavy and it actually sank into the ground. So it was really hard to pull. But as soon as I saw that, the first thing that popped in my head, dreadnought. Dreadnought. I was like, that's a dreadnought, isn't it? That's what they mean by dreadnought. That is a massive belching fire smoke machine. But it was cool too. And his dad did build it all himself. Okay. That's something you do out in the country. It's something you do. That's what ranchers do. They build shit themselves, and they might build something like that themselves too. Okay. Let's go on over here to the rest of this particular build. We got a nice little patio here to have ourselves some lunch or dinner or late night snacks, or just hang out with friends and family. Love it. Love it there. And then we've got a garden back here. So we've got some rose bushes, which are super cute. And I'm going to guess all of those are grapes or some sort of fruit that you can grow. I'm doing the same thing with my sim in this game right now, kind of with the early gameplay playthroughs. Stuff you can grow to make nectar. It's what he's doing as well. Lots of money in nectar. People like to drink. So let's back out of tab mode here. We're going to go up a little bit in this case. And this is cute. I wish we actually had these in game, that we could grow grapes in this fashion instead of just a bush. That would have been a great addition for this pack, would have been something like this. Maybe a modder will be able to do something with that. I don't know, but I would rather see these here than here. That's my one critique on that. Now we're going to travel. We're going to go visit some of the neighbors. Again, this is called Sweet Nectar Glade. It is a 30 by 20 lot, and it's $90,000, essentially $89,754. And you can see again, we've got kind of a little farm area, kind of defined by the things around it, but the actual buildable area is just like this here. Let's go in here. Let's take a look. We're going to knock on the door so we can get into this place. Okay. So now we're all set up from that part. Again, let's take a look at this house. This is a little more traditional. I like it. I do. I especially love this large wraparound porch here. Totally love that. The landscaping is very pretty out front. It's a very nice traditional house. It could be new or old. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that idea that maybe someone built it new, or maybe it's just been here forever and maybe remodeled a little bit or up, kind of rehabbed, right? Because it does look kind of like a traditional farming type house. Now, unfortunately, this is not the builder's fault. I'm sure they were trying to get a lot of stuff onto this particular lot, right? I don't know that anybody's going to stick this that close to that house. Now, I will say, I think from the trailers, this ends up being like a nectar making shed. So maybe, but essentially these people have no backyard at all in the country, and I don't think anybody would do that. Reference the pictures I had at the front. I don't think anybody's going to do that at all. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to come in, as always, top down. Let me put walls up. There we go, because we're going to come in top down. Down up here on this floor. Up here on this floor. This is what makes me think it would be a modern house. Is each room has an ensuite bath. We've got pretty large bedrooms up here, which is nice. Good size ensuite baths. You could use this for adults, or you could take this bed out and use this for a really large kids room with a lot of toys and stuff, right? So that totally works both. This would make a great rental, I think, because of having the ensuite baths. I think it would make a great rental. So you do have that aspect of it too. Very cute, right? I like it. It's got a good vibe to it. Nothing wrong with it. I think everything looks, yeah, come on in. They said that's what we're going to do. Looks like there, there's kind of a 2-story entryway when we come in, which is kind of cool, right? Go up a little bit here. Once we get in here, we do have a nice open space. I'm going to just look this out just a little bit. We look up, we got a nice open space, got this gorgeous light fixture up here and a little bit of art. The new ceilings. This is the first time I've looked up. I can't believe it. Now, I've touched on this on other videos. We can paint ceilings. Thank you, God. I would take this over those vines. Okay, over those grapevines I was just talking about. I would take this any day. We can use any floor tile. Absolutely any floor tile will work on the ceiling. That's a huge amount of textures, a huge amount of colors, a huge amount of swatches. I want to cry. I'm going to have to pause the thing for a little bit and go off and cry for a little bit because I'm so happy that we finally got that. I really am. I really do feel like crying. It is that big a deal to me. We're going to take a look here at this house. Now, here's the living room. They've got a TV and a radio. Love the old-fashioned radio, by the way. I've got one of those out in my garage. Playing music, I think, right now, in fact. Nice firebox here. I actually prefer this to the fireplace. Again, I know several people in the country, and this is actually what they use are these sort of fireboxes. So what can I say? Instead of a traditional fireplace. And a lot of people have stuck these in their fireplaces now or put them in front of the fireplace and just run this outside. Really, really cool. We're going to go this way. She's watching something. It's like a werewolf movie. Something won't get scared. It's going to get a little scared in here. Good look this way when you come into the house. Love the new wallpapers. Very cool. We've got the kitchen, it looks like back here, because I can see a microwave and kitchen cabinets. Let's just go that way. Let's go that way first. We're going to go through here to the kitchen. Get ourselves a look at it. This looks good. I like this. This looks very realistic for a farmhouse built kind of in the last 50 years. Open to a dining area, right? Nice dining area here. It looks like it's set up for probably 6 people at most. We've only got 4 chairs at the moment. Love those new chairs. Very cool. Those are some of my favorites. The kitchen, because this is a little more expensive house, is, got upgraded appliances, but it looks great. Nice galley style, right? The ceiling, again, are we ever going to get over that? We're never going to get over that. We're never going to get over that. We've got a nice little hutch over here, some nice lighting. It's a really pretty room. We'll come along this way and see what we've got here in the back of the house. Naturally, we're going to have kind of a mudroom area here for when you come in. And we've got, our mirror. We're going to check our look, put on our cowboy hat, head outside. This is probably going to be a bathroom. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go out of tab mode here and come in from above. Because we do have a bathroom here on the first floor. Kind of like this country look, right? And it's just a guest bath. It is just a toilet, sink, some storage, a little place to wipe your hands off. This is a good idea. Now, I've touched on this as I've built advanced builds in the regular game that with a lot of farmhouses and a lot of ranches, when you come in off the back door, sometimes you'll enter right into a bathroom, and usually there's going to be one in very close proximity. You come in filthy. So the first thing you're usually going to do, and that's one thing I might change here, is I'd probably put a shower in here or a shower in here. First thing you do usually is come in and shower, get cleaned up, get your dirty clothes off. A lot of times there'll be a washer and dryer nearby. Sometimes I put a washer and dryer in there too, for that same reason in my builds. And the builds that I'm doing for this game, which we'll tour in separate videos, other videos, right? That's exactly how I do it. Back here, we've got something like a sort of family room, maybe an add-on after the fact. Got a nice little family room back here, place to sit and talk, maybe read books, place to play chess. You could put all sorts of things here depending on what sort of packs you have. Maybe you could put some darts back here or something like that, right? Or even some video games or something. So depending on what packs you have, remember they're dealing with just base game and horse ranch. That's what they have to work with. Now, they've got a nectar making studio here in the back. Kind of a little office here. That's cute. I love that. I'm going to see if can we go in on tab mode on that? I'm going to try because I really kind of want to enter. This is one of the sliding. No, it's not one of the sliding doors that work. I thought it was. Thought it was one of the single ones. This is just a regular door that you walk into. Again, it would be great if you could slide these across that door for privacy or bad weather or something, right? You can't, but, the single ones do open and close. Let's go ahead and go into tab mode here and take a look at this office. We'll go up and we'll go through. We're going to go into the office first. I love that they put an office here. It's very realistic, right? Great. We've got a nice desk. We've got a nice computer. We got a nice, objet d'art over here. Objet d'art, right? D'art. We'll come this way and come back a little bit. And we've got a nice place back here. Place to sit and read some books. Let's swing around and take a look at our nectar making room. The new doors are so cool. I do love those. Again, this is kind of a Western look, but it fits great with a modern farmhouse type of feel and some traditional feels and stuff. Zoom out a little bit, take a look at this place. It's pretty simple. We've got our nectar making set up here. Got our sink and a bar over here in case you wanted to taste it. Maybe you need to try what you made every so often, right? Going to give it a little try. Maybe you're going to try the whole bottle. Maybe you are. Maybe you need to try the whole bottle. You need to make sure that the bottom is just as good as the top, right? Don't shake it. Don't blend it together. You want to drink that whole bottle. Make sure that the bottom wine is just as good as the top. You might want to try a couple bottles. Yeah, it might be one of those nights. Might have been one of those days. And now one of those nights, you're going to try a couple of bottles, right? This is just decorative. It would have been cool if you could use it. I would have loved if you could use it. Because there is a basement here, very thoughtfully placed. You know, they've got a wine cellar. I shouldn't call it a basement. It is a wine cellar, and it does look pretty cool. I do like it. I do love it. It is really, really nice. I dig it. Again, they have the money to throw in some sort of decorative stuff. I think this is all decorative. It is. Myself down here, I would have put some of those wine holders. Like we all have already seen in the other builds, you can actually put bottles in. I would go ahead and put those holders in here and maybe put a bar down here for tasting, you know, because this looks like the sort of place if you were to have visitors or people coming to check your stuff out. This looks like kind of like where you would do it, right? Down here in the wine cellar. Maybe even have some way of having like maybe a refrigerator, get a few little snacks out, have a little sort of wine tasting party for the tourists. Hopefully they're going to get drunk enough by a whole case of this stuff on their way home. So that's our, and we've got a little garden area there. It's super cute. Do like that. And a barbecue grill place hang out in our extremely small backyard. Now, like I said, my thing is this probably wouldn't be this close to the house, blah, blah, blah. It's a good build. It looks good. I do like it. I think it's a really sweet build. I love the different colors. The red, white, and blue is kicking it for me as an American, right? Yay, hey, go United States, red, white, and blue. And it does kind of fit the feel, that sort of patriotic feel of the area. And I love the fact they put some color into the build. Looks very, very good. Okay, the first thing we're going to see is how much is this lot and how big is it? I think it's the 30 by 40 lot. Must be, yeah, 30 by 40. It's 85,000. It's got 2 bedrooms and 3 baths. This is like a more modern build, of course, right? This is a more modern build than Millionaire's Ranch. We've got a great covered bridge over here. I don't know if you can ride a horse through there. I haven't tried yet. I need to try. We're going to look at that here in a little bit. Once again, you can see that the idea is, of course, that yes, this is all you can build, but hey, all of this is the ranch, right? All of that's the ranch. Got this big area out here, I guess, just to ride your horse because there's nothing set up here for training a horse. It's just a pasture. Tool mod is your best friend. You could stick horse training stuff on this lot and then move it out there pretty easily, I think. You do have a cool area to kind of like hang out back here, which is public. I mean, it is public. It's not really part of your ranch, but it looks kind of cool. So, we've got, what did I say? 85,000 for this lot. I guess I could look at these two. It is fast internet, good for them, and great acoustics. And this is wild prairie grass. I'm glad we pulled that up on this one. Wild prairie grass means that the prairie grass your horse eats and you're going to feed your horse grows on the lot. So it's pretty easy to search it for special hidden things, right? Probably already seen that in a gameplay video. I've definitely done that over there. And you've seen where I've harvested it too. You can harvest it, put it in your horse's hay trough, and they'll eat that way. You don't have to pay for it that way. You can also lead the horse over to it. The horse will just eat it naturally, kind of graze it. That's really cool. I mean, I will say this. There's been some talk about it being kind of a light pack. There's not a lot to it. Okay, there's some justification to that, and I've already gone over that in another video. But there are a lot of things you can do with a horse and some really cool stuff that figures into how you work with a horse. I mean, and see how he likes this new place here. Take a look. Let's go knock on the door. That's not the door we knock on, I guess. Is there a door over here? I don't know. I wonder which door is the front door. Because it's not letting us knock on it. We may have to go through build mode. Let's see if there's a door here on the back. Is this our front door? That's our front door. Okay, so our front door is in the back in this case. Let's go ahead and get him around here. I appreciate it. Thanks for inviting me into your home. I know you don't know me. I'm not selling anything. Love that, by the way. Okay, first of all, back there, the train going through it. I love that. I love that when they throw those little trains and stuff in the background. That one I particularly like. Looks like a Western train. Now, while we've also got ourselves here, I did want to touch on this. I thought this is kind of like an arch, like at Arches National Park in Utah. If you have a chance to go, please go. It is a wonderful, wonderful national park. Absolutely beautiful. And there's a little town near there called Moab, and it's actually a nice little town. I do like it. Okay. Obviously, this is kind of shaped like a horse, right? We're going to kind of go into tab mode here and back out. Zoom in on over there. It looks like a horse, right? This is kind of, you can see here, you can bring your horse over here. It's a place for him to eat some grass, place to get a drink. You can camp here. There's a lot of places you can camp. You can buy a bedroll in game and then just put your sleeping bag out on the ground, sleep out under the stars. I loved it. I've done it already in my gameplay and I did love it. It was a lot of fun. What we're going to do is we're going to, I guess, come in. Let's go from the top again, like always. We'll go from the top here and we'll check out the upper level first, and then we'll look downstairs in tab mode. We've got a great 2-story space here. That looks really cool. I do love that. We've got a nice little bathroom here in the hall. Got a kid's room. Super cool. Using the new bunk beds. This is one of my favorite items, you guys. I love this. The new kids' dollhouse. That looks like a barn, and I'm going to say it's another story from my past, another story from when Jason was a kid. I had a little people barn, right? And a lot of us did in the United States, and you could open it up, right? And there was like a little horse and a little cow and stuff, maybe a chicken too. I don't remember what all was there. And the little people themselves, and there were some little sound effects with it. It was the cutest thing ever, and I did love it when I was a kid playing with it. So that definitely reminds me of the little people barn. Just had to throw that in there. Super cute. We got a really big bedroom back here for the adults. That's nice. I love the fact that there is a fireplace in the adults' bedroom, right? This is probably big enough. We could go into tab mode in here. Let's take a look here and see what we got. Looks really cool. Come around this way. This is kind of an expensive place. So again, we've got some money, throw a little clutter and a few extra things in here as a desk over there. Not a lot of computers so far here in Chestnut Ridge. Just kind of makes sense. You know, they're more outdoorsy people. They don't want to spend all day inside, right? That's our look though at the master bedroom. We'll try going out here to the hallway want to go around here like this and take a look down over this railing. Looks super cool, right? Looks very, very cool. Love that. I love a 2-story like space like that. I really do. I lived in a home once. I had a big 2-story open living room dining area like that. And I loved it. And the stairs came down through it, you know, in a sort of L shape. Just gorgeous. Really did love that particular place. So yeah, that's cool. I love that. Love it, love it, love it with those big windows. Let's take a look here at the windows. There we go. That's our view, right? That's what we're going to see looking outside. Nice, beautiful view of our ranch. Okay. So let's get out of tab mode for a little bit so we can go and check out. We've got another bathroom down here, smaller bathroom on this end. And then something of an office here, place to play guitar, right? Place to play the guitars in there. Love that new desk. Again, one of my big favorites. So yeah, very, very cool. Love the staircase. Nice L-shaped staircase. So we're going to drop down here, go in here through the door and take a look at this place like a real Sim's eye view. Coming in here from the back. It looks really, really good. Do love this setup. Some art, nice little hallway there. Right on this side, we do have our dining room. going through this sort of archway. It looks like a door, but it is archway. It's one of those sort of setups. Nice dining room, though. Nice and big. Great family dining room here. Over here, we've got this incredible living room, right? Once again, we'll take a look up there. See the view. See the celestial ceiling now with wood on it. Now with painted ceilings. And painted ceilings, I mean, it's just going to be such a game changer. I can't wait to see what people do with that. Walking through here, right through the flowers, we're going to come into sort of a back eating area here, probably like a breakfast room. Yeah, a little place to eat off of the kitchen, right? A nice big kitchen, very authentic looking. Love the fireplace in the kitchen. I love that. That's really great. And then this way, of course, we've got nicer appliances. This is a more expensive place. So we've got nicer appliances, of course. Another Object D art over there. But it looks good otherwise. It's really pretty, very, very pretty house, very Western feel to it. A large entry hall. Again, I think this is supposed to be the front door. We do have a large entry hall here on this side. With the stairs. Stairs come down into it. And then our living room, which we've seen. And then back here, we have kind of a guest bath, right? Guest bath here in the back. Full bath, in fact. Which, again, where is it? Right as you come in out the back door, because, again, that's very typical with ranches and farms, is you are going to have a bathroom right off that back door to go in immediately and change. Or, like I said, sometimes you're going to walk right in to the bathroom from the outside. Again, another fireplace here looks really, really cool. Nice outdoor place to rock, sit under some shade, pull back here a bit and go up. Looks super cool. These new spandrels are just fantastic. I really do like those. I like whoever built it. I mean, they did a good job. I do think it's really nice. We've got a great place here for our horses, place for them to eat, right? We got a place here to cook up some meat. I don't see is there a water trough for this? I don't see a water trough for this horses. I think you need a water trough. Maybe you don't. I've been using a water trough and a place to eat, food wise. But it looks good. It looks very authentic. I do like the build itself. Looks very, very cool. And what can I say? Hell, it's easy to put a water trough out here. Just stick one right here. Stick one right there and you're good to go. And if they get thirsty, they'll come out and drink. Nice place to hang out with friends and family. And then we do have a small training area here. Oh, there's our water trough right there. Okay, so we do have a water trough for the horse there. And we have a place here to train our horse. So very, very cool. So yeah, there you go. That's that neighborhood. I love it. I do love the neighborhood. Okay, now he's going to go real easily right on downtown, I think. Let's take a look. Let's go into our world map again real quick. I think there are some houses downtown. So we could move downtown. That's a park. That's a house. Cozy Corner. Let's have him check out a starter house. Maybe he's thinking, he's seen these bigger places. He's seen that giant 64 by 64 lot. He's thinking, he doesn't want to get lost in all that space. He wants to have it a little more cozy, right? He's thinking of Los Angeles. This reminds him of his house in Los Angeles that he sold for $3 million. 1 bedroom, 1 bath. So it reminds him of his house in Los Angeles worth $3 million. He's going to take a look at that. Let's have him move there. And then we'll go around and we'll check out these public spaces and we'll check out the other residential place last. And here we go into the Cozy Corner house, our new home for the moment. Now, it is a small lot. I think I said it was 20 by 20. We're going to take a look here. Now, the Equestrian Center is open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are going to see that in a little bit briefly. It is a rabbit hole. So it's the sort of place you can just go. It's just a part of downtown. So it's basically part of this lot and every lot downtown. I'm going to go over that right now. I don't like the fact that it's a rabbit hole. I did not have fun playing the competition there because all you do is send your horse in and your sim into a deep, dark hole, and X sort of roll of the dice happens in the background. Some algorithm decides whether or not they've won, and they come back out. You can train your horse there. There's like a public training area, but that's it. You don't get to watch the competition. And the trailer was kind of deceptive about that, where it made it look like, the two sims are sitting there clapping as she kind of runs the competition, right? That may be a very good storytelling device, but it's not reality and it's not what's in the game. Okay, I will touch on that in other videos as well. But let me just throw it in there because I didn't like it. Not at all. Now, what I do like is I like this little house. Let's take a look here. It's 20 by 20. I think it was 22,000 as well. It is 20 by 20. It was, this is 15,472 is the lot value. Could have sworn we just paid 20 something for it. So I don't know, but I think it was 20 something. It is kind of a starter. It is a starter. We've got a nice little corral set up here for the horse. There's not a horse bed for him, but I guess he can use that. Does that count? Nice soft hay rug. I think it counts. There's a place for him to eat, though, and a place to get a drink. Okay, let's take a look at our house here. We're going to look at the top floor here first. I think there's not anything in here, but I will say this. There could be something in here. You could put a ladder up to this space and make like maybe a little office or even make a kind of like kids room. Yeah, it would be small, but you could fit in like a kid's bed here and a little nightstand. So a place where you can have some privacy and you could do that. So we'll drop down here. Now this house is going to be a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. Fairly good size, not bad. Obviously meant for a couple or a single guy or girl going to live in here with a horse. The outside's super cute. I really do like this outside, and we're going to go into tab mode and enter it, you know, like a real homeowner visiting our little home. Oh, this is just like Los Angeles. It's only 1-bedroom, 1-bath with an open living and dining area. And I'm making jest. I actually love this house. I love the cottage feel. I'm just making jest that this would cost $3 million in Los Angeles because it probably would cost $3 million in Los Angeles. Okay, so come in. We have a nice little wardrobe there. We have a great living room set up. I like this. We've got skill building. We got TV. We've got books. Got a nice sofa area and a place to have something to eat. This is a great place for 2 people. I love the way this is laid out. On this side of the room, we've got a nice little kitchen here, don't we? Looks very good. It's just perfect. I do love it. And it's very authentic. It's very realistic. Got a few upper cabinets here, kind of open shelving. Great window. I love the window here to look outside. Refrigerator, functional and efficient. Refrigerator, stove, and sink. Not the most expensive, but hey, you're going to get there. You're going to make Nectar or race your horse or something, compete with your horse, and you're going to have a great time of it. Make lots of money, right? So we go in this way and we've got a nice bedroom set up. Very, very cool. I like this. It looks lovely. Like I said, this does operate as a closet. You know, so you can use it, pretend it's kind of a coat closet or something out there, but your sim can use it as a regular closet. Nice mirror to check their look. The bathroom, I love this bathroom. Again, very authentic, very much in keeping with kind of that feel, you know, kind of that small cottage ranch type of feel. I say ranch, cottage, like house feel. Although this could be on a ranch. Don't get me wrong. I mean, a cottage this size place could be on a ranch. It's just the yard that would be bigger, right? It's just the space that would be bigger. We got a toilet, we got a shower, got a sink, and we are good to go. I'll also say this too, what I've not seen yet in this game, I don't think we're going to see. A lot of times in Oklahoma, a lot of times out west, out in the Midwest, it is very hard to find someone to come and build you a house in this day and age. There's not a lot of trades and contractors out there anymore. You know, Western Oklahoma is drying up. Everyone's moving into the city. A lot of times when you're going to move out there onto a big plot of land you just bought, you're going to come with a mobile home or a manufactured home or a trailer or whatever you want to call it. You're going to come out there with that. I don't have a problem with that. There's a lot of nice, manufactured houses in the world. A lot of them are expensive. They look gorgeous, and you can drag it out there with a truck, right? And you're also going to find a lot in this day and age, tiny houses out on those huge acreages, right? Maybe you have 100 acres or 1,000 or 10,000 acres. You stuck a tiny house on it because it was easy to get it there, and it doesn't use a lot of electricity. You can kind of live off the grid. Anyway, that is just letting you know how things work in the real world, right? I got another these are probably original houses this town. They look very old west. Back here does too. Got a big a little bit bigger kind of ranch area almost. So I do like it. We've got some public places to kind of train our horses. So it does, give it a little more space, a little more feeling of stuff to do and spaces to go. Now, speaking of places to go, the first place we're going to go is we're going to go check out this bar with our horse downtown. The Oak Barrel Bar. We're going to go up here a little bit. Now, obviously, this is a newer building, right? It even has a glass-in roof here. Maybe something someone built. Now, I've done a new lot for this. This is one I'm definitely replacing. Not because I don't like it. I think it looks great. I do think it looks pretty good. But because I want to have something that's going to feel more like part of a town with 3 different storefronts on it. And also my 2 new characters, Jack and Enos, live there running a restaurant, right? There's a bookstore, there's a gift shop, there's a restaurant, and they live above the restaurant in an apartment. So I'm going to replace this. But I do like this little downtown. It's super cute, super cool. We've got this sort of touristy area, right? It looks very rehabbed, kind of rebuilt. Some of this is rabbit holes. Like there's a rabbit hole. That's a clothing store. So you can go and change outfits and plan outfits, right? It doesn't do much, but I'm going to tell you this right now. And I do not like rabbit holes, but I will take a rabbit hole any day over just a static shell here that does nothing. And especially if it is going to replicate a sort of store like we don't have. Would I rather have a clothing store? Sure. But this is at least something. I would love if this was maybe a gift shop or something. That'd be really cool too. Over here, we do have a sort of grocery store that is also a rabbit hole. You can buy goats and sheep because this is the country. And when you're in the country, you don't know, you can buy almost anything in a store, and shop for groceries and goods here as well. So that's very cool. The only thing that's missing with this being a small town, from my experience as someone in Oklahoma, is there's no gas station and no motel connected to it, like a motel of like maybe 8 rooms, 4 on the bottom, 4 on top. There's one little strip building there that's missing from that build, so I'm going to have to call them out on that. I know, but I have to. No, it's fine. I do like it. It looks really good. I love these one as well. I wish there was a little more Adobe work here. We haven't had any really Adobe buildings that I can think of in game at the moment, even in Oasis, really. So I would have loved to have seen that, but we didn't see it. Back here is our other major rabbit hole. This is the competition arena. Ah, boy, I've already gone over that, so I won't go over it again. There are places here, though, where you can kind of practice, right? It's kind of a public practice area, kind of like a park. It has a great look. I like it. I mean, I think it looks really, really good. It does look like a competition arena, and you can see why there'd be this tourist area off of it. Probably a lot of people come here for competitions. I do not like going in there for a competition. I did not enjoy it at all. It was boring. And especially if you're playing with just one sim and one horse, you can't just switch to someone else while they're in there. Really boring. It was really boring. Okay, let's get back into our world tour here. Let's take a look at this bar on the top floor. Love the skylight. We've got some places to hang out and sit on both sides, actually on 3 sides. So it's very cool. You know, it's a nice little loungy type of place. Got a couple of bathrooms up here. Again, it looks like the sort of place, it's a little big for a town this size, but because we do have this competition arena, because we get a lot of tourists here, it's definitely what you would expect in this sort of town. This place reminds me a very little bit of Jackson, Wyoming. I don't think that was their inspiration here, but it definitely kind of does give me that feel, right? It gives me that feel really hard of kind of Jackson, Wyoming. It does. And not really hard, because if you've ever been to Jackson, it does look different. I guess maybe just the sort of theminess of it and the touristy feel of it's what's really kind of reminding me of Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So in any event, okay, let's go ahead. We're going to enter this bar like any tourist would enter. I love the new windows. I do love these new doors, even though this part doesn't close. I still love them. They look good. We're going to come in this way. We're going to come into kind of a little waiting area, almost like a restaurant, almost like it is a restaurant. Now, if you have like a lot of packs, I don't know which pack it came with, probably like get together, you can buy food at the bar. I just learned, because it's been so long since I played just base game, all you can get at the bar, any of the bars, is chips and liquor, right? So if you want to get drunk and you want to eat chips, it's perfect. But I couldn't buy food there. I was so shocked. Took my sim into town thinking, we'll just go in here and we'll get some food. That'll be cool. Couldn't do it. But it is set up a little bit like it could be kind of a little bit of a restaurant type of feel. So that's cool. We got some places to sit back here. Looks very nice. And we're going to come in here. I love this place. Now, I will say that it's got this great 2-story opening, got this fantastic skylight, let in some natural light in here. The bar itself is cool. It's large. It's really spread out. Again, I don't have my mods in this game. I don't have any mods in this game or custom content or anything. It is exactly what you see is what you get. And I typically do like to do that with reviews like this because I do want you to know what you're really getting. Not getting in game and be like, well, hey, when Jason was playing, there was XYZ. Well, how come that's not my game? Well, probably because it was a mod or some custom content. I don't use much of either, but I do use some. Love this view back over here. I think here in the back, we're kind of going to have probably the same setup as the other side, kind of a mirror image. And we do. We've got a couple of tables to sit and eat or drink or hang out or whatever. Great views all the way around. There's my horse out there going crazy in the street. There's another visitor to the bar. Come here and hang out. So, okay, it looks good, right? I mean, I do like it. We've got some music playing, got some candles going. Super, super cool bar. Now, so I like the way it's built. Like I said, I am replacing it. I want something myself in here. Love this balcony to hang out on. That is super, super cool. It's such a nice addition. And a nice little covered area down here for when it's too hot for the balcony, right? Balcony is going to be kind of a nighttime thing. Here around back, we've got some nice clutter's been added in. The place is cluttered really nicely. It does look like a suitable sort of, commercial space. Real quick, I will say you have a nice park over here too. This is a great park because this is kind of a world tour. We don't want to miss some of this stuff. You've got a really cool park over here, place to grill, place to have some food, got these nice sort of structures around. So it's a lovely park. It is a really lovely area. You've got another sort of area like that back over here as well, right? This is like maybe the older park. This is the older sort of plaza of this town, and it looks really good. Back here's another even older part, right? Even older. This is the original town site's what I'm going to call it. I got some overturned horse troughs. One part that they missed on too that I would have loved is an actual horse trough that you could fill with water and that your kids could jump into and play in, because if there's anything that's country, if there's anything that's farm, if there's anything that's ranch, it's that. Okay, most kids think this is a swimming pool. If you live in the country, if you live out in the ranch, hell, sometimes if you live just in a small town, this is a swimming pool, not the thing you blow up, not the thing you set up from Walmart, that thing that you just bought at Ace Hardware. That's your swimming pool. So I would have loved to have seen that. It would have been really, really cool for kids. And it's kind of a missed opportunity. I like it here. It's a nice sort of, touch. It's a nice touch, but it's not really what I would love. You do have some public gardening though, and that is great. Do like that. Okay. We're going to go ahead. Okay. Here we are at Duke's Hall Park. We have arrived. It's a large structure, kind of like a community center. We're going to look inside here in a minute. First, we're going to take a look at how big is it. And incidentally, I don't know if I looked at the last place. That's a 20 by 30 lot. I don't know how much it technically costs, with a commercial property on it, but it was a 20 by 30 lot. This one is a 30 by 40 lot. The cost is $74,019. If you want to try to convert this maybe into a house or something, you could. It is, of course, a park. No traits listed for it or anything like that. So we've got obviously a horse park, right? It's kind of a horse park here on the outside, horse and humans. On the outside, we've got some training areas for the horses, place for them to drink. The only bad thing I will say is we're going through all this stuff. The only real problem is, as you've noticed, this stuff is literally everywhere. I mean, it's everywhere. It's on all these lots. It's in all the public spaces. And it really kind of speaks to the limitations of the pack of new stuff to do, right? Because you've got these kind of main things to do, and they're fun, and I've really enjoyed them. I've really enjoyed doing it. But we're seeing them everywhere. right? Now here's a ball for the horse to play with. That's a little bit newer, but we are seeing them everywhere. So we've got that back there, of course. We've got some nice sort of shells around here. Some old family country barn and another, their house over there, maybe their house, maybe another barn. Some more barns over there. That might be their house. I don't know. It's all shells anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then we've got kind of stuff spreading off into the distance, kind of a grain elevator back over there. These are cute horse trailers. I will say that. I do like them. I have not played around with them yet. I would love to see if I could fit some sort of mock-up of a little house in one, like a little tiny house or a little RV. That's my thought. That's what I'm going to work on. See if I can get it to work. I've done that in Star Wars with like the spaceship that was in debug. This actually is in build by, so you don't have to go in debug to do that. So I'm going to try that before it's all said and done. In fact, I might work on a video for that tonight, a build video for maybe another sim in town somewhere. We'll see. We're going to drop down here to the second floor. There's a bar up here to hang out with friends, play some chess. There's already somebody here. That's Brandon Wilson. He is an elder in town. I'm sure he could tell you all the gossip in town because they always can. They always can. The older people can always tell you exactly what's going on. Got this here. Nice bathroom, right? In fact, I knew an older lady in town out by the ranch. Now she lived in town and she would be happy to tell you one of the local girls was proudly valedictorian of their local school. Now, she had a D average, but she was still the valedictorian. She was going to wear that title proudly. She was indeed. Doesn't matter. It was a D. A D is passing in the state of Oklahoma. It is. A D is passing in the state of Oklahoma. And if the D is the highest grade in your school, then you are valedictorian. Congratulations. I don't know what her speech was. Probably like, I would like to thank both my baby daddies for giving me these two wonderful kids. Okay, now let's drop down here to the first floor. We're going to go into tab mode here. Look, I'm digging the town. So, that's why I don't like trailers. It never sells it well. And every time I see a trailer, I'm kind of like, oh no, I don't like it. I'm kind of nervous about it. I kind of feel like it's just not much here. And, I'm not really into the Western theme and I'm not really into horses. And so far, I've loved my horse. I've done so much stuff with him that I feel like, it has been a lot of fun so far, and this looks good. This is a really good build. Now, inside here, looks like we're going to have a line of stables, right? So maybe kind of a public place for horses. I'm not real sure. Could you leave your horse here? I don't think so, but maybe you could. Let's go down and up and see kind of what we've got going here. Whoops. That's as far as we're going to go. Okay, so we've got a horse bed here, in the trough. Definitely just some horse places. The great thing about this, it does really fit well with the competition arena being next door. It does. It fits very well with the competition arena being next door because this might be the place where you bring your horse before and after the competition so they can rest in a stall. There's a place for them to get something to eat. We got a hose. Now that's thoughtful. That's really thoughtful. Kind of a hose to help wash off their hooves and stuff, right? That's really smart. I love that. Is it a small touch? It is, but it's the small touches that really do get you, that really do make a big difference. So we've got that there. We've got a little place here again to kind of set down. Again, I'm guessing to wash their hooves. You're going to sit here on this stool and wash their hooves and stuff off. So very nice. Very, very cool. That's where we're going to eat. Another place to grab something to eat. Let's pull out just a little bit here and take a look at it. It's a big place. And I'm telling you right off the bat, it is the sort of place you could maybe adapt. Like I could see on the 64 by 64 lot, putting this there, right? And then building your house with it because it's such a great stable. It's a really great stable. I just love it. We're going to walk the line here. Love those light fixtures up there. Look very good. Those are base game, but they look really good for this particular build. We're going to go through our door here, take a look around. Very excited. And again, we've got here's our staircase leading upstairs, right? Great little place to sit and hang out. This does really feel to me like a competition arena, sort of like the place where the trainers and horses would hang out waiting to compete. It does. It's got a real feel of that. Someone did a great job with it. I love the fact it's a park. It's a great place to come and hang out in town. So I'm really happy with it, and I'm happy with the way they've designed it. And just the general idea. If I keep any builds, this is probably one I'll keep here in town. Probably keep it right here next to that arena. It gives you something to do when you're here at the competition arena, since it's a rabbit hole, and it looks great. Someone did a good job. I really do like it. We'll go down this way here. Cut across. And out here on the back, because this is the Old West, we got another meat machine and place to eat your meat, right? It's probably pretty close. Downtown's not very big. Oh yeah, it's right next door. It's right here. So let's just click over like this, shall we? Okay. Visit the nightclub. Yeah, our horse can come with us. Of course they can. Okay, so we're going to take a look here at the Drunken Barn Dance nightclub. That's not what it's called. I don't know what it's called. We're going to find out what it's called. I'm going to take a look here. I'm going to send him indoors. Let's go here, and then I'm going to call the horse inside. It is not called the Drunken Barn Dance nightclub, although that's what I would call it, because it's in a barn, right? It's in a converted barn. That's what you do in a barn out in the country, have a drunken barn dance. So, let's see here. It is a 30 by 20 lot again. How many is that so far? A lot. A lot of the lots are on the smaller side. That's the other thing that I have a problem with it being a ranch. It's not just that we don't have really large lots, but a lot of our lots are actually really small, you guys. I mean, they're really small. So we have a 30 by 20 lot, and if for some reason you want to try to take it and convert it into a house, currently it's at $33,559, which would not be a bad idea. This would be a cute house. A lot of people do convert barns into homes. This one looks like it'd be super cute as a house. I kind of had an idea of doing that, converting, building a barn, converting it to a house. I guess I could start with this one and just convert this one, maybe during a stream or something. It does belong to someone else, so I probably will not do that. I don't usually do that. But it would make a great conversion. Or a second floor here. There is something of a second floor here. A lot of it's open, of course, because it is a converted barn. We'll call the horse over. So, it's open like with hay lofts, right? These would be old hay lofts. In this case, they are wine lofts. They are a place for the wine to hang out and age into something more expensive. Nice look. Super, super cool up here. Nothing wrong with it at all. Kind of small, but hey, you could do different things with it. You could maybe put video games or chess table or something up here, right? Right. That's why I'll probably make it a bar more than a nightclub, to be honest. Now, here on the outside, we have a little place to hang out outdoors. Really pretty view. Again, this looks really pretty back over here. I do really like it. Nice sort of world building. Let's let her get out of the horse there. And this is kind of our main space. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, give us a wider look here. Very cool. Very, very cool. We've got a men's and women's restroom, kind of unisex restrooms over here. There's a ladder up to the loft. Let's drop down a little bit. A little more realistic Sim's eye view. Great look there for the bar, right? Nice bar area. Place to hang out with friends, kind of a little board there to find out some of the local goings on. The new piano, love the new piano. Looks very cool. Now, one thing I really do like about this build are these, great windows here in the back. Because again, since it's a converted barn, they've kind of taken this area and it's all open. It's all open to the sky. It's all open to, the second floor there. Very nice. Very, very cool. Great view. Out to the outside. Yeah, I do love that. Love that design there. Out here, we're going to have ourselves yet another meat machine, another grill here. It does look good. I do like it. Don't need to say that again, really. And then some tables kind of hang out. We'll turn around this way. Another larger table back over there. Right. Now, the great thing is I didn't think about this when I was here before. I suppose I came here looking for food. They don't serve food at the bar. I could have just grilled something out here. I don't think I actually made it out here, but I could have just grilled something out here and eaten that. So I got to remember that for the future. Okay. And so here we are. Let's take a look here. Where are we? We are at Champions Grove. This is Champions Grove. It is another 30 by 20 lot. It's a 30 by 20 lot. It's about $70,000. It's $69,165. It does have a trait. It is homey like that. And it has the wild prairie grass lot challenge. Also like that, if you have a horse, like I said, comes in very handy. You can also, if you don't have a horse, if you want to do rags to riches and you want to use an empty lot, give it that lot trait because you can harvest the grass and sell it, right? So there you go. Style. Looks like it's probably new construction. This is a house from the trailer. I'm sure everyone remembers it. We got kind of a horse stall here. I'll comment on that in a minute. But it does look like a lovely place. I like it. I love the skylight for those stalls. That's really, really cute. Around this particular build, again, we're supposed to have the impression because all of this, all of this is fenced in. So obviously the impression is that all of this belongs to this house. All this is that house's kind of lot. We're going to drop down. This is just kind of an open space, kind of a cupola there. I'm going to guess kind of the entryway. I'm going to guess. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. We're going to knock on the door. Now, okay, we're going to enter into this space. I'm going to back out just a little bit. It is a step down. So it's kind of got a little, you step into kind of an elevated entryway here, and then you can kind of step down to these different areas. I like that. I do like the way they've used these platforms to give some sort of definition to the spaces. Feels very cool. I do like that a lot. Straight ahead of us, we have an office here. Got some of our, ribbons on the wall, a little bit of art going on. Again, with a more expensive build, you're going to be able to have more decor, right? A little more decor in here. Looking back this way, there's Corbin. He has come into the entryway, place to take off your shoes, hang your hat, hang your coat. Very nice, very, very good idea coming in off the range, right? We're going to go back this direction and we're going to cut over to this side first. We have a nice open living dining area. It looks like, love that. Love the windows looking off to the back. Great view. Nice living room. Nice setup. Got our fireplace, of course. Looking back that way. That's our look back that way. This is a lovely house. Pretty elegant, right? I think. We can kind of see our kitchen from this direction here. Come back here just a little bit. Looks really good. I love they use this rack. I hardly ever use those racks. You need pretty high ceilings, but it fits here great, and it definitely fits the vibe of it. We'll go through here, take a look at the kitchen. Pretty standard. Again, we've got nicer appliances. We have a dishwasher. Hooray, hooray. Great windows looking out. I mean, you'd love that. Standing there cooking, looking outside. I'd love it. Some great windows this side for while you're doing prep. And even from this side while you're washing dishes, you can look out these windows. Got these nice windows down here. Lots of windows in this house, done very, very well. I think that's super cool. So out here on the back, we have a really nice backyard. Great place to sit around the fire, hang out with family. We got our meat machine over there and the table and chairs here where we can eat and hang out. Very nice. I think the bedrooms are probably through there, right? Let's look at those last. I do want to take a look at this horse kind of stall. There's a place where the horse can get a drink. Got his water trough out here. Got a nice entry here from the house itself. I'm going to drop down, in fact, so we can look at it from above. Really nice entry, come across from the house to the barn, right? From the office here. Now, again, one thing I might do is put in a little bathroom here before you enter the office, so you could shower and use the toilet and kind of get the grime off of you. But it looks good. And then we've got kind of, again, we've got our stall back here, right? We've got kind of our horse stall back here. Now, I like the way this place is built, and whoever built it did a great job. And this is very imaginative and a great way to work your horse into a really small lot when you just don't have a lot of options. I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a horse like this. Is like a garage. This is like they converted. Maybe that's what they did. Okay, let's roll with it. Let's roll with it. They converted their 2-car garage into a horse stable. Is that impossible? That's not impossible. That could have happened. And I kind of like it better. Thinking of it in those terms, right? They took their 2-car garage. We're not going to use a car out here in the West. We're going to use a horse. We're going to use a horse anyway. Why do we need a garage? You don't need a garage. Convert it to a stable. So looking at it from that standpoint, I do kind of like it better, right? You got everything you need here. Place for the horse to eat, place for the horse to sleep, place for you to sit down after you have washed off the horse's hooves, right? So, and it's got open windows, let the breeze and stuff in. That's very nice. And so, yeah, I do like it. I do. And I don't blame them. I know they're under the people building for this pack. I know they know what a ranch is. I know they know what a farm is. And even if they didn't, they would look it up, right? They're working with what they were given, and they did a good job. As far as that goes, they did. And I do kind of like that. When I look at it and think, the thing is, they just didn't need that 2-car garage, so they turned it into a horse stable. That's a brilliant idea. It is only 1 bedroom. Now, that's a little odd. I guess a retired couple could live here, but even still, they would probably want some place for guests to spend the night. So that is something that I would say I'd have to change. I guess maybe I'd probably turn the office into a bedroom. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Turn the office into a bedroom and everybody would share this bath. I mean, you wouldn't have to, but a one bedroom house this size does seem a little unrealistic. It does. I think in America, you'd have another bedroom for guests, if nothing else. Even if you didn't have kids, even if you were retired. That's all I would say on it. It's a beautiful build, though. I do like it. It's great modern farmhouse style. And they did the best they could do with the amount of space they were given. They really did. They did a great job with the amount of space they're given. The landscaping looks super cool. Very, very cute. I do like it. That landscaping looks really nice. Now, real quick, before we do move in, let me tell you, over here, this neighborhood's called Ryder's Glen. Okay, so that's Ryder's Glen. This is New Appaloosa. Nod to The Sims 3. A lot of people loved Appaloosa in The Sims 3. I loved Appaloosa in The Sims 3. Loved every world in The Sims 3. So New Appaloosa, I do like that they have that little nod to The Sims 3. I think it's very heartfelt. It's very heartfelt. And I think that it's super cool they did that. And then this is called Galloping Gulch. And that's kind of our national park area. It's kind of what that is. That's where we're headed next. Now, there are only 3 lots up here. So we have this really large lot, which is empty at the moment. Well, not empty, but nobody lives there. I think we'll move there. We have a rental lot, and then we have where someone lives, where a farmer lives. The big thing when we get over here, the big thing in this area is the area. The area is huge. On this map, it looks like really small. It feels like 10 times bigger than this area. It is so big. It's so huge. Great place to camp. Great place to hang out. I loved it over there. That's where my sim lives. My sim lives here. Now, I made that a residential lot and knocked down the rental, and I've already built something else there, a fire lookout tower. I talked about this on Twitter, doing it, and that's what I put there. And you can see it in my gameplay stuff as well. Totally love it. Totally dig it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move him into Palomino Junction. Okay, now Palomino Junction here is a really big lot. It is 50 by 50. And it is, again, this says 17,909. It was 19,000 and something when we moved in here when we bought it. Okay. So that's just like a depreciated cost. I've been referencing that as a cost, but so whenever I've done that, obviously it's going to be a little bit more than that. That is a little bit off. This was like 19,000 and something on the world map. Love the fact they built this little pond. Super cute. Very, very cute. This is a starter home, right? So there's only so much money to work with, but they've got a nice place for the horse to sleep. Little hay trough for him, build him a little lean-to here, right? There are a horse watering hole, of course. There's a couple of things here for training. I'm going to say real quick, if you wanted extra money, you really don't need those. You actually have free training right here and right over here, right next to your lot. Again, this is set up a little bit like, even though it's a large lot, like maybe all of this is your ranch, although there's always people coming through. But yeah, you can go through here and train for free. If you want some extra money, if you want to sell off some stuff, grab a little extra fun. It looks very much like an original to the area, right? Someone came in, maybe rehabbed it, brought it up, to modern age a little bit, but maybe this has been here forever. This was the first person in this area lived, and it's still here housing people today. We're going to take a look at it. It is just one story, so we're going to take a look at it in tab mode here. We're going to go in this way. When we get in here, we have a little living room right off the bat. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out just a bit to give us a sort of wider view. This is a two-person home. This is a one-bedroom, maybe two people and an infant. You might be able to squeeze a toddler in here somewhere, but basically a two-person home. You've got a place for two people to eat over here at the dining room table. Nice little radio and a roaring fireplace. From this side, you can see, again, it's pretty bare bones. There's not a lot of money. It's a starter house. And you're getting a 50 by 50 lot and this great little house for $19,000, almost $20,000, I guess, really, to be honest. But still, it's a really nice look and nicely outfitted for that amount of money on this size lot. So you can really spread out on this lot. You can really build a lot of stuff as you make money, as your sim gets money, stuff like that. Because we have the typical small starter home bedroom, right? This is a little bit bigger, actually, because I think it's going to be a 5 by 4. They have a place for you to hang your clothes. Super cool. Nice nightstand, nice bed. All of this stuff, is from the new pack, and it looks really good. And then over here, we have a very functional and well outfitted bathroom, shower, sink, toilet, towel, right? They didn't forget the towel and a trash can outside. Don't forget your trash can. To look at it, but I love it. And I love the fact that this 50 by 50 lot with this lovely little pond area is a starter, right? It's a starter ranch. You can really build this out to something big because it's a big lot, especially for this game. It's a big lot, or for this particular town. So we're good to go. Now, I really want to go to the rental next. I think since that's where I'm living in game, I'm going to save that for last. And we're going to visit the guy that lives near here first. First, though, we are going to zoom out a little bit. Like I said, this is a really big area, right? I'm going to go into tab mode here. How far out can we pull? I mean, all of the, God bless me. Okay. All of this is like explorable, like all this stuff. See the bridge? That's the bridge from the commercial. You can go over there. You can go back down over here. You can go through all this area. You can come back up over here. You can go over here, by this guy. There is so much really to look at and explore through this area. I'm going to go out this way. And it's gorgeous. We'll look at it some more. Not in this sort of fish-eyed view, I love the waterfall. That waterfall is so beautiful. It's my favorite, actually. I think it's the most beautiful waterfall. It's so well done. Maybe in the game, right? There's a lot of things to find here. There are harvestables here. There's some where you can dig stuff up. There's prairie grass all around the place if you need to get some prairie grass before yours starts growing. It's a beautiful world. All of the vistas look gorgeous. You can also walk now. There's where my house is going to be. You can also walk back over here. This area is swimmable water, right? So you can go down here and swim around in this area. And there's another area where not through there. I don't think any of that is usable. Where is it? Maybe here. Maybe it's this area. You can fish, right? Let's go out. Okay, while he's knocking on the door, this is a cute little build, right? And I do mean little, but it is a very cute build. I do like it. I did not catch the price on the world screen earlier when I was kind of looking through the world, but again, at the end, there'll be a copy or a picture of the map. Now, this particular lot is, I think, 20 by 20. Yeah, 20 by 20, very small lot. Sure, the area around it's huge, and there is a lot of space around it to explore, a lot of stuff you can do. You can train your horse in this area. You can, do collectibles and harvesting and stuff in this area. But it is pretty small. 20 by 20, like I said, that's small. It is real small. Now, it's a cute house, right? And what can I say? Once again, the builder did manage to fit in a nice little stable here, okay? So we've got a great place for the horse to sleep, place for them to get some water, place for them to eat. On 20 by 20, this is a pretty good look for 20 by 20. Barbecue grill, right? They've got a barbecue grill out here. Got a little place by the fire. Now, you may notice there's like, is there just one chair there? Yeah, there's one chair there. He does not like visitors. He doesn't want you stopping by to eat. That's his grill, his meat. He's going to eat his meat right here by himself. There is one bench by this fire. One. Do not come by here and bother him. He does not want you to bother him. That's fine. We are going to bother him just a little bit, I'm afraid, because we do want to see the inside of this house as though we're a sim themselves. Up we go, up we go, up we go. Do, 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 do. Okay, once we get in here, you can see we've got a very small area, very cottagey type of feel to it, right? We've got our kitchen. We've got our fireplace. So again, one chair, you guys. Are you getting the feel here? He wants to be left alone. Do you understand that, right? This guy wants to be left alone. So we've got one chair here by the fire with his radio. Got our garbage can there. Nice old-fashioned looking sink and appliances. Whoops. These are actually pretty good appliances too. The stove and the refrigerator, both pretty good appliances. Looking at it this way, let's fisheye this just a little bit, get a wider view. He's got a nice desk, and I guess someone could sit on that chair, right? If they came to visit, if they felt like they really had to stop by, I guess they could sit there, like my sim. But he's got a cabinet here. There's all the keys to his secret stuff, right? He's hiding his stuff places. So nice. It looks really cool. This is it from above. He's got a pretty good sized bedroom. Again, I think we're looking at like 4 by 6 here. So pretty good sized bedroom, nice wardrobe, place for the horse blanket. Not bad at all. I don't know if we can get a very good tab view here, but we might be able to. Let's back out a little bit. So it looks good, right? I love that. Nice look to it. It really is a nice look to it. Swing around this way. Now, the one odd thing, of course, is going to be that those windows don't close. Those windows don't close. Now, I think it'll be fine. I don't think your sim will have a problem. They won't freeze to death or anything like that. And I love the look. I love the look from the outside. And in real life, you could close these shutters, right, and lock them. You certainly could. So I get why they were used, and it's a fantastic look. It looks really cool. I do like it. But yeah, they're not going to close in game. You're always going to have that view of the outside. That's for sure. Back here in his bathroom, he's got a great storage and sink and toilet and an old-fashioned tub that's new with the pack. I love it. I do love that tub. It's like one of my favorite items. So that's our friend here. Now, again, like I said, we can take a look kind of around. Let me get back in the light. You've got some other great views here, of course. You've got the classic trailer views they showed. That waterfall is just gorgeous. And then up here is my favorite place to camp. You got a great campground. There is a place to water your horse. There was in the game I'm playing in, there was also prairie grass here, but I don't see any prairie grass here now. So I don't know, maybe bring some grass with you for your horse. Place to hang out though and camp for the night. It is a lot of fun. I did like it up here. And a little place if you want the horse to have some fun, kind of run around a little bit, enjoy themselves. You can let them do that. This way here too in this area. There's a lot of stuff through here to look at. You can't really access that, but you can on this path, right? There's the fishing hole. So coming down here, we have our fishing hole, have a place to look for frogs and stuff. Again, gorgeous view. I mean, what can I say? If you like to take pictures in game, And I do like to take pictures in game. This is a really pretty area. It's kind of blurry back there. I need a mod. I need my mod that keeps it from blurring out, but it's a really pretty area. The water's gorgeous. You know, it just looks really cool. Now we're going to go on vacation and we're going to come and rent this place here so we can take a look at it. This is where my sim lives, but in a different structure. So we're going to go here to Big Sky Reach is what it's called. Do a little play off the words Big Sky Ranch, right? So we do have kind of a small outdoor area here to hang out. It's a really small lot, you guys. So they fit a big house on here for a 20 by 15 lot. Hats off to the builder. You've got some of the best views you're going to get in this game, period, hands down. Back over here on this side, there's usually like this big rainbow over here. Let's see if we'll get a view of it. See it? Oh my gosh. There we go. There's just like that gorgeous rainbow there. I'm going to try to go up a little bit so we can take a look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? And this perpetual waterfalls behind you. It's only 20 by 15. I fit my ranch there. Cause I just loved it. It's so gorgeous looking, right? So gorgeous. We're going to enter it as though we have come here to see it for the first time. We got it off Airbnb or maybe VRBO, right? VRBO, vacation rental by owner. And we're going to go take a look here and see what we end up with. Come down a little bit. I went a little bit too high there. So we've got a great first look as we come in, right? I think that's fantastic. You come in on a nice little dining area, and let's go up a little bit here. Nice dining area, super cool kitchen. Got this great living room over here on the other side. Who wouldn't want to rent this? Anybody would want to rent this. I think it's really beautiful. They've quite smartly covered the chairs with some blankets so you don't ruin them, right? So you don't ruin those things. That's why we can't have nice stuff clomping around out there in horse shit all day. Come in, don't even clean your boots. Throw your shoes up on the table. Let's see here. It does look good. The furniture in this pack, the furnishings in this pack are really nice. Again, this has the nice stove and refrigerator, right? For this particular type of build. Looks super cool. I do love it. I love the spandrels here look really good. Coming this way, of course, we've got our stairs, a little object d'art. What's in this room? I don't know. Let's see what's in this room here. Probably a bathroom. It is. It's like a bathroom, like a sort of small bath, but we do have a sink and toilet and even a little table there. That's a nice touch. Going this way, what have we got in here? This is a bedroom. I'm going to go ahead and back out of tab mode for a little bit because it's kind of a small bedroom. Go over here. But, you know, there's a place for 2 kids, and for a rental, this is kind of what you'd expect. A lot of bunk beds in rentals. So a place for the 2 kids, place to change clothes. It is definitely serviceable. It's what you would expect. And it's a nice sized room. This actually would work well as a house for a family. I think so. I think it would work really well as a house for a family if you didn't want to do a rental in your game or if you just wanted to live here. Now, up here, we have another kind of small bedroom. You can use it as a bedroom or an office. Like I said, a kid's bedroom does work in that size, right? I mean, they've got everything here they need. You could even with some imaginative kind of workarounds, maybe put this in the hall. You could put a little desk and chair here, you know, for a kid to hang out at. It would work just fine. We got a bigger bathroom up here, shower, sink, toilet, and a little table again. Now, one thing I will say, the only thing I would change about this right off the bat, because this could be like kind of problematic. You couldn't bring a toddler here because there's no tub. So I would definitely put a tub into this build. I would rearrange this bathroom a little bit, and it would be very easy to do. Don't get me wrong. It's not hard to do that. And you could probably still, yeah, you could, because you could put the sink here, the toilet here, and a tub here, and even still keep your shower turned this way. So you could fit all four of those things into that bathroom. And then if your sim wanted to shower, they could, or if you have a toddler and want to put them in the tub, you could. Tab mode. See, it's a pretty hallway, you know, if you're coming in here, it's a nice sort of look. Very rustic for the park here. Got a great, you know, they got the great stove, the firebox there. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. We have a wardrobe, super cool. We'll come in this way, swing ourselves back around. So it looks nice. You know, it's not super overly cluttered. It's not super decorated, but that's okay. This is a rental, right? It is a rental. And you're not here to look at someone's decor. You're here for this park, right? You're here to see this park. This is a good view. I love the way this looks. This is a nice room. I'm going to back out here. There's kind of those beams again that you can do. Kind of touched on downstairs. You can kind of make these sort of beams, right, with the spandrels, because you could do them back and forth here if you wanted to. So super cool. Let's take a look. Got a nice landing here as well. Like I said, you could put this wardrobe out here on the landing. No trouble at all. I like this house a lot. I think that it's got a really good look to it. I think it's super cool. Super, super cool. And, you know, that's kind of been our world tour. Now, it's been a long time, you know, right? This has been a truly deep dive into this world. And but I did want to show it off. I did want to show everything we've kind of got going here. So I'm going to end here. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you've enjoyed this video. I have a cast video, build buy video, lots of gameplay videos. And I'm going to try to fit in an overall review video if I have time. Right now, as far as the world goes, my overall review is this. I think that it is, I'm going to go to the manage world screen real quick. We're going to use the manage world screen here real quick with all of the different lots and sizes and prices, you know, on them. While I say my view of the world is the world's really great. I really do like it. It is not Strangerville 2.0. It feels, you know, it's like in the same vein, you know, because it is kind of the American Southwest, but I think it's got a suitably enough individualism to it. It's got its own personality. It's got its own feel that when I'm here and going through this, it does not feel like Strangerville. It doesn't. So I really like it. We've got 13 lots to build on, which is one more than average. So, hey, there is at least that. Now, this area is fantastic for riding your horse around in. It really is. It's a really great area. I love it over here. It's why I live over here. This feels a little more suburban. It is where your largest lot is. So if you want a more of a true ranch, hey, that's where you're going to go. Although you can do quite a bit with a 50 by 50 as well. But that comes to my point. There are way too many small lots in this world for a ranch pack. Okay. Now, it's not the end of the world. Doesn't mean I hate this pack or I'm unhappy with this pack. No. Am I unhappy with the lot sizes? Yes. I'm very unhappy with the lot sizes. I touched on, you know, this should probably be 3 64 by 64s over here. There probably should be 2 50s over here. You know, we probably should have a larger lot in town. Even though it's in town, if you go to country towns, a lot of times you'll find a farm right there. Like we have a shell farm, right? We have a big, large area that looks like that's a shell that looks like a large farm. That's really what they should have done. I don't know the programming reasons or the spec reasons or any of that stuff, why it didn't get done or why they didn't do it. And frankly, I don't care. I really don't. It may may sound harsh to say that, but I really don't care. You know, if you're going to call it ranch, then it needs to have large parcels of land. Even if it's only going to be as large as 64 by 64, even if that's as good as it gets, it needs to have that lined out. And we don't. We've only got 2 large parcels of land. one in each of 2 neighborhoods. So I think that's its big failing. Now I've done some really cute things. I did a couple of really cute things with the 20 by 15. I did a really cute thing downtown. I think, if I do say so myself, I say quite modestly. I did a really cute, build here with the 30 by 20 lot. And I'm going to do a nice large ranch, for the 64 by 64. But, that said, it is very disappointing that we don't have more space to truly build a ranch. Otherwise, the world's great. The world is beautiful. I do like the world. And I'll touch on this again, that arena during gameplay review, but I do really like the world, and I really love being here, and I particularly really love being up here in Galloping Gulch. So that, again, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And as I always say, thank you for watching.